This is Christoph. Today we're going to look into some of the attack efficiency to get a certain blocker. I got this question from my friend Anshul from the US. He was asking me, say, Chris, do we have anything that actually explained to my coach how efficient is one attacker to a certain blocker versus another one? I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's something that we probably should come up with. Just FYI, I'm watching the VNL at the same time, so if I see a great play, I may just stop and scream, but that's nothing about you guys. It's just that I'm watching at the same time. Okay, so the goal that he wanted to get is to understand from a certain attacker, and I think I got Caden as a number 7 versus one of the blocker of Puerto Rico. Maybe in a certain rotation, you wanted to figure out the efficiency, right? The efficiency of that attacker, figure out if I was winning or not. And so I got this query that I got there, the VS count, VSN, and then the two VS inside of the VSL, which is the attacker in a certain rotation, right? So that's 0-7 in a certain rotation, and you can have one. And then what I do is I said, okay, what if the other player had a block in the next play? Now, remember, I don't know if it's a block that is coming back to me, if it's a block minus, which is causing them to be out of system, if it's a plus, which means that they are in system, or if it's a block error and everything. The only thing that I do is I kind of count the number of block there. And of course, you can replace the VS count by VS efficiency to try to figure out what is the efficiency of that attacker against that player. So if you want to look into the video, what you're going to see is exactly that, right? We got probably, where's my number 7? Caden is actually here, and number 6 is here. So you got kind of the attack there with some of the block. I think some of them work well. Some, I got a query. I got a query there for the +1. But thinking about it, the way we actually analyze the efficiency could be like if number 6 touches and it's plus or it's minus, and we can do some math with that. But what if number 6 doesn't touch it, right? Is it something that I want to figure out? Like efficiency data is something that is important, right? But at the same time, you as a coach or as a stat man, woman, need to have an eye about what is happening. So I want to figure out, and I want to get some of the video where number 6 was supposed to block. I did an attack by number 7, but nothing happened, right? So I was playing, and you can probably look at that. I was playing with some of the information about the player in a certain position, right? And so it didn't really work well for me because that means that the player number 6 didn't touch either after in the next ball or before or sometime, but he did something with the ball and he had a touch. And I'm not happy about it. So I came up with some kind of query that is here, and I'm not super happy about it. So if you got a better one, you should let me know. But it's basically a count, right? VS count. And from there, I don't need a VSN, right? So I can just do a VS count of this one. So what I got is I got all the attack in zone 4-0. So I can have the attack by number 7, right? I can have all the attack in 4-0, where the opposite team was in rotation 1-6-5. And the reason I do that is because I know that number 6 was actually opposite of number 3. So this one is probably redundant. I can probably do this, but I wanted 6 to be on the court because I know that when 6 is on the court is opposite of the setter. And maybe there is a way of me removing the setter, but what I got here is I got when the setter is in zone 1, 6, and 5, then the opposite is in zone 2, 4, and 3. And I want the 6 to be kind of opposite of the setter that is number 3. And that one here gave me the video of what I want, which is if my number 6, who is right here, is in the game, and my number 7 is attacking, right? If my number 6 is not touching, I am still getting that video there. Now, I can calculate. I can do some of the queries there. I can do the count, which is like, if I count and he hasn't touched it, maybe he went through, right? That's another 7 there. But I got 7 here and 6. And I think, did he touch this one? No, he didn't, right? So I counted this one, right? And now I can actually look at the video and see what's happening. So this is what I came up with, right? The one where you can quickly determine if the number 6 did a block after the 7 attacked. That's easy. I tried to have with the player in certain position and it didn't work because that means that the number 6 actually had to touch the ball. So this one returns certain things, but that only returns when number 6 did something with the ball, either a dig or a block or an attack or a set in the next exchange of ball, which is not really what I want. The only thing that I came up with is kind of rotation or situation where I got the attack of of 7 on zone 40 when number 6 is in the front and I know he's in the opposite, so he's going to block on their right side. That's the only one I came up with. But at least you can do then some calculation, some computation, and some montage, so you can look at that. I hope it helped you, and I'll talk to you guys later.